This meeting is being recorded.
Good evening. With a view to discuss with you the probable movement of the Nifty in the coming week, I am making this video, and I request you to kindly not to mind myself making this video by lying down. As I told you, since I am suffering from spondylosis and the pain is not yet fully healed or completely cured. I'm still having some pain in the neck region. That's why I resorted to this method so that the weight of the head do not rest upon my neck and do not cause some pain. So let us move on to the breast tags. Uh, Let us consider the previous week movement of the Nifty here. As you can see very much here, on 15th 12/25, the first trading day of the previous week, Nifty closed 19 points lower, and it made a lower high on that day, and again lower low again on that day with the increase in volume. And again on 16/12, the market was down by 182 points with a decrease in volume, and still on that date it made a lower high and lower low, and volume decreased. And on 17th, still the market went down by 41 points, 41.55 points, with a lower high and a lower low, and there is an increase in volume. And again on 18th, the market closed almost flat with increase in volume, but still could not make a higher high. Though there was a lower high and lower low with increase in volume. And ultimately, on the last working day of the previous trading week, that is on 19th, market closed at 150 points up with increased volume, and also there is higher high and higher low. With that, the market closed, and on week to week basis, the market closed minus some 90 points, 80 points or so, some 80 points down. Let me see. Yes, 80 points. Market was down by 80 points compared to previous trading week. Let us try to examine the likely movement of Nifty in the days to come. As I told you, on the very opening day, the Nifty made to, I'm sorry, the Nifty failed to surpass previous trading day high, and though the previous trading day high and close are almost near, the opening day high was not over and above the previous trading day high, and Nifty failed to make a higher high on this very first day. So that was an indication of the probable downward movement. And also Nifty made a lower low, as I told you, with an increased volume. So even though the open was near low of the yesterday, and it made a lower low and recovered smartly, and the close is near to the high of the day. Still, it is the most important point is the Nifty on this particular day failed to cross the previous trading day high. So that is a point of suspicion. And as I told you earlier, there was an increase in volume. So that is one point. And on the next trading day, that was the second trading day of the trading week, Nifty opened almost at the same level of the previous day close, and the high is very, you can see it very clearly. The high itself is very near to the open. So most probably on this very day, after opening, the Nifty must have gone up for some time, and again it came down and made a lower low, and the close is very much near to the low of the day, which indicates further weakness. And on the next day also, it's the same pattern revealed. And on the penultimate day of the trading week, Nifty opened almost near low of the previous trading day, and there was an increase in volume. Nifty went up but could not make any higher high. Still, it made some positive close over opening. So a green bar appeared with somewhat increase in the volume, which indicated a short-term reversal. And though the Nifty bar failed to surpass the previous trading day high, I think. Let me check it once again. Yes, it was a lower high. Still, there was volume increase, but when we see the difference between the open and high and the open and high of this penultimate day, the distance between the open and high is much more than the distance between open and high of the previous trading day. That is a good sign. So on the last trading day of the week, last trading week, Nifty opened almost at the high of the previous trading day, as you can see, and slightly came down. Later, it went up and surpassed the previous day trading high and went up and closed near the high of the day. And the distance between the close and high is very much less when compared to the distance between close and high of the previous day. And but the range is very small. There is an increase in volume. So with that, the Nifty closed on the previous trading day. After that, let us see with the help of a few technical indicators. Here you can see Here you can see that Nifty is above this important level of 25,730. Here you can see that Nifty took support here at 25,730 and went up. And let us use another indicator. Here, here you can see that Nifty is above this important level of 25,813. So as long as Nifty is above this level, this is likely to sustain the momentum. But as of today, but what the most noticeable point here is the slope of the averages is sloping down. This is a point of concern, which shows that there is weakness still persisting in the market movement, and any rise would not sustain for longer term. So this slope must change to upwardness like this. You can see here how the slope of the indicator went up, and this white line crossed the yellow line, and the momentum sustained. Here the pattern is not appearing. As you would see here, here also the slope is moving up, but here the slope is not moving up, it is coming down, which is a point of concern. So next thing we have to consider is this one. You can see here with this, it is very clear from here that the the money is not still not flowing into the market. It is flowing out of the market, and this value level 25,000 966.4 level is the close level, and above that you can see 25,973. That is very important weekly level. Once the Nifty goes above this level and closes above this level for 3 consecutive days, then you can assume that some recovery will be possible. If the Nifty do not sustain above this level for 3 days, at least 3 days, then this rise will be suspicious. As you can see here, here this level, Nifty crossed this level on this day, and here on this day, and sustained above this level for 3 days. That resulted in the upward journey of Nifty for at least 5 days to 6 days. Here, to sustain above, it must be above 3 days, minimum 3 days, and that level becomes very crucial. Though here the Nifty was above for 3 days, all the bars appear to be red. So that is a point of concern. And when this level has been breached, there was some bearishness. And at the same time, if we compare the money flow, money is flowing out of the market, not into the market. Though the rise is above this important level, the probability of Nifty going down was evident when you compare this. And when we let us move on to the next indicator, here also you can see that Nifty must is above took support at this important level of 25,727 and went up. And we have to see whether it will be above this level or not. So kind of make down of this level 25,727, which is very important. And if we see level again, here the advance is still making in the bottom. It is not turned up, still showing that the market is weak only. Though there is occasional rise, it is not fully supportive of the మార్కెట్. నాన్న నేను ఒక్క నిమిషం ఆగి చేస్తాను. So this 25,727 is very important. And when we move on to this, here again you will see that it is in overbought area and it is still coming down, and this took support here, and in all probability if at all moves up, if Nifty moves up, the move will be at the most limited to 26,199 as indicated by this band, because these are self-adjusting bands. This may change or may not change. So we have to take into consideration, take the immediate target to be 26,199, and the journey started here, reached here, and the journey started from here, did not reach here. So in all probability it will touch 26,199. And if we see that here this trend strength indicator is very clearly showing that there is no strength in the trend. It is coming down very clearly. So the overbought is still, the market is in overbought area and not yet reached the oversold area, and the trend is strength is not supporting the market movement. And I am suspicious about the upward movement of the Nifty. And if we see this, here you can see for the immediate targets, 26,105 is most likely to 26,199 or something like that we have seen earlier. 26,199 and 26,105. Between those areas, market will react again. And when you see here, here also you will see that 28,434. 28,434 it is showing. Let me see. Close is 26,968. So here the momentum started picking up. So probably there will be some upward movement, but that upward movement is very suspicious. Even though it is showing 26,434, I am of the opinion that it is most unlikely, and it is mostly likely to touch 26,200 to 26,000 105. So once Nifty touches 26,200 area, I request all of you to be extremely cautious, and in all probability this may not sustain. The weakness is still there, and the weakness is not yet completely exhausted in my personal opinion. And I expect Nifty to move in a sideways manner in the week, in the coming week. And I will post tomorrow the important dates astrologically, which I have already posted. Just to make a gentle reminder, I will post the dates tomorrow also. Thank you very much for watching the video.